Billionaire Warren Buffett likes what he sees in Apple. Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway increased its share in the tech giant by 55% as of June 30th. That's according to SEC filings made public Monday. So what does Buffett see in Apple, even as other big investors such as George Soros and Carl Icahn unload their Apple shares? Joining us to discuss is WSJ's Ahead of the Tape columnist, Steven Russolillo. Hi, Steve. Great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
So we know that Berkshire Hathaway has brought its total share in Apple up to, what, 1.5 billion?
Correct, yeah.
Now, we know that in the past, Warren Buffett has shied away from tech stocks. So does this mean Apple is officially a value stock?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we've seen that shift from growth to value over the past few years. And I think Warren Buffett coming in here and really boosting his stake by a big amount really cements that call that this is now a value stock.
So looking at his, valuation of Apple, why do we see other big investors like Soros and Icahn? Why are they unloading their share?
Well, what's interesting with Buffett is that historically, Berkshire Hathaway, his company, has taken very long-term positions in companies. So Buffett is looking at this and saying 5 years, 10 years down the road, this is going to continue to be a great investment. Some of the other guys like Icahn and Soros, they have more of a short-term track record. And so Icahn made a lot of money in the stock. It had its ups and downs, but he certainly did well in Apple and got out at a time where he thinks that there's not much growth left. Buffett, on the other hand, sees that, or Berkshire sees that there's a lot more potential here.
Does this also suggest that there may be a younger guard that also has Buffett's ear right now?
Yeah, so technology has historically been something that Berkshire Hathaway shied away from. But Buffett has said that he didn't know how to value tech stocks. And so he's had some of his younger lieutenants at the firm who have kind of been in his ear and saying, this is maybe something that we should do. And so he's relented. Warren Buffett's in his 80s right now. He's getting older. And so this is certainly a sign that perhaps the younger guard has more say in the matter.
Has he shown any interest in other tech stocks, do we know?
He has been a longtime holder, or at least for the past few years, in IBM. And IBM has struggled significantly over that time. So hasn't been a great play. But again, Warren Buffett will sit back and say, yeah, fine, a couple of years, it's not good. Right. We're going to stay in this longer and see the tide turn and catch it back on the upside.
And looking at the long term with Apple, we know how important the iPhone has been. And
right.
We know a new phone will be presented in September. There will be an anniversary phone we're hearing about a year from that. So how important is the iPhone to any growth that's going to happen at Apple?
Well, the iPhone is huge. The iPhone represents more than half of Apple's revenue. So how the iPhone does will dictate really how Apple does and how the stock does. But again, this is also getting back to where we're talking about how Apple's a value play. Apple pays a dividend, a very big dividend now. It's one of the biggest buyers of its own stock, so it does a lot of buybacks. These are things that you don't normally see in growth stocks. You see more in value stocks.
And if you take the iPhone out, it still has a huge revenue,
exactly,
right?
Exactly, yeah.
Doesn't look bad. Steven Russolillo, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.